Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right, today is Patreon Day. Let's go. Now, I understand that you Patreon people, you probably are upset because we have never missed a Patreon Friday ever, if I'm being honest with you. So, sadly, I give myself one of these. Yep, I wasn't able to do a Patreon episode or a Sunday episode last week, and I do apologize for that. This is going to be you guys' free Patreon episode, so even you free 99 people are going to get this show as well. Hopefully it makes up for your Sunday episode. I do apologize. I was still able to give you guys a Tuesday and a Thursday episode, but over the weekend just got extremely sick and could not film. It was terrible. It sucked, but it is what it is, and we back, baby. So let's get into the juice. We do got something new for you guys, and I was going to save it for the Patreon people, but I said, you know what, it's cool. We're going to go ahead and give it to free 99 people too. We have added another camera angle to the show to kind of give you guys a different little, little viewing angle, I guess, a little something for y'all. And so hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully not. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But let's get into our thread. And our thread for today is, what is the craziest freak out you've ever seen in public? All right. So let's get on to it. So I was picking up a pizza, and I always open the box to make sure it looks correct. I opened the box, and it was 90% burnt. I told the girl, this is burnt. Could you please make another? She picked up the pizza and threw it at the wall. She huffed off and made another. She then later started texting me apologizing. It was the worst day of her life, and she was the only one working. God damn. I mean, look, just the fact that she threw the pizza at the wall, I'd have been like, oh shit. I'd have been surprised like a motherfucker. I was at a Chipotle, and some woman had a meltdown trying to order multiple orders for her family and started screaming at the cashier. She was like, why are you laughing at me? What is the matter with you? The cashier was some poor teenage girl who was definitely not laughing at her, and she handled it like a pro. The woman then proceeded to pay and sit down and eat with her husband and kids like nothing happened. I bet those people feel fucking stupid when they just yell and get super loud for no dumb reason, and then they gotta sit there and have everybody looking at them like, you did all that just to sit down and eat and shut the fuck up. Oh my god, like, they must feel really stupid. Someone peeing in the shopping mall. What? Okay. All right. Goddamn. Someone peeing in the shopping mall. All right. Worked at a big name grocery store during Thanksgiving one year. Store had one of these meal deals where they sell you a bundle of Thanksgiving essentials for like $75 or whatever. We had a known troublemaker. The company's HR has her on a blacklist for the complaints and would call and laugh with the store manager after she would file one. That would always try her luck on deals, discounts, and coupons. The limit to this meal deal was like 2 per household. She proceeds to try and buy about 6 or 7 bundles. God damn. How much food do you need? Holy shit. Manager says she'll only get 2 and the rest sold at the retail price. I mean, she's getting 2 at a fucking discount? God damn. Okay. Some back and forth arguing begins, and she doesn't get her way. She then begins to smash gallons of milk she had in her cart on the ground, opens up a carton of eggs and begins throwing them at not only the manager but innocent bystanders. What? What the fuck? Like, this is a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass adult, and you're you're throwing shit like a fucking child, like a toddler. This is, and if I'm being honest with you, this story, I believe 1,000%. I believe it 1,000%. And you want to know why I believe it 1,000% is because I used to work at a grocery store. Oh, like all my peoples who've been watching the show for a while, you know that I used to work in the meat department of a grocery store. And oh my God, the entitlement, the like utter just ridiculousness that you would deal with. Like, they don't get their way and they just throw a fucking tantrum. And they're like, you don't know me and I know so and so. And you're just like, shut up. You know nobody. You come here to grocery shop. Stop. You're not famous by any means. Nobody knows who you are. Stop. It is just like, Jesus Christ. I believe this guy 1,000%. Oh, Jesus, dude. The baseball mom in American Eagle chewing out my wife at the top of her lungs because baseball mom's mouth got her son kicked out of baseball permanently. Meanwhile, after a 20-minute triad, security escorted her out of the mall. The lady behind the counter looks at us and asks what that was all about. We exchange looks and answer, not a clue, never seen her before. Facts. I'd be like, I don't know who that chick is. I've never seen her before. She's just some random. She's just some old rando. Like, nah, bro. Jesus Christ. And then what's super fucked up is that she got her kid kicked out of baseball. Like, I bet the kid he is so pissed off. Like, Mom, for real? For real. You had to go and run your damn mouth and get me kicked out of fucking baseball. Damn, son. In line at Five Guys about 8 years ago, tiny Asian woman throws a thermonuclear shift fit because Five Guys doesn't serve fresh brewed hot tea. Wait, what? Okay. Proceeds to grab 4 or 5 jumbo cups and runs to the fountain drink machine and begins rage filling them before trying to run out of the restaurant. Dumps her arm full of sodas in the parking lot and soaks herself in the process. Then just stands there screaming in frustration for a second. What? Oh, I bet she felt so stupid driving home. Oh my God. You did all of that just to go home sticky. Just think about it. You did all that just to go home sticky, bro. Oh my God. And I can guarantee you in her delusional ass mind, she was probably just like, oh yeah, I showed them. You know, they definitely gonna have some hot tea the next time I come. And like, what? And I bet the dude behind the counter is just like, bro, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Like, do whatever you want. You want to fucking steal soda? Steal some soda, dude. I'm not stopping you. I don't get paid enough to stop you from stealing soda. The fuck do I look like? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Oh, Lord, that's crazy, man. Once when I worked overnights at Walgreens, this woman came up to me at like 3 a.m. and started screaming, accusing me of making her feet bleed because I was judging her with my negative vibes. What? How does that even make sense? Bitch, put some shoes on. Like, what? Okay. Her feet were definitely not bleeding, which I could easily tell because she took her shoes off and put her feet on the counter. She then refused to pay for what she was buying because, according to her, the credit card reader emits radiation and she didn't want to get doused with it. So instead, she just ran away into the night.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What? What? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I would laugh in that lady's face. I would laugh so hard in that lady's face. It'd be ridiculous how hard I'd laugh into her face. Oh, like, you're just sitting there just like, and you're not paying for this. Why? And she's just like, oh, because the credit card reader emits radiation. I ain't trying to get that. What are you talking about? Okay, then. And she just runs off. Like, I would laugh in that lady's face. Like, how does that make sense to you? How does that make sense? Like, is that entitlement? Or is that just trying to get some free shit by acting batshit crazy? You know what I mean? I haven't made the correlation to it yet. Like, what? Okay. A boys' hockey game, they were about 10, where one of the dads was screaming, "What are you doing?" at his son, and got so angry that he stormed out the building. The poor kid had to ride home with his psycho dad later. Oh, God. Dude, relax. Like the kid's doing his best, like, dude, this ain't the NHL, like, he's doing his best, he's trying. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying. Like, okay, all right, well, shit. I hope no physical harm came to that kid, because Jesus. I saw a 15-woman fight at a coffee shop in Beijing. 15 women fight? What? It went from silence to screeching in 3 seconds, glasses flying, punches thrown, hair pulled, food airborne, just absolute Looney Tunes chaos. All of that was missing was a fight cloud. The entire coffee shop stopped to look. Then, as fast as it started, it was like nothing happened. I kid you not. These ladies just sat back down, ordered more drinks, and act like nothing happened. Meanwhile, the serving staff are cleaning up glass around them, weren't even asked to leave. What? I'd have been like, you guys gotta go. What the fuck is this? You gotta take Middle-Aged Mom Fight Club somewhere else. What the fuck? No. This was only slightly less crazier than a similar fight I saw at a college bar. Imagine you're just doing your homework and then you just hear these ladies, you just see food and just shit flying. You're just like, close my laptop. Done. I mean, I wouldn't have even stayed. I get it. It was probably a sight to see. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was probably a sight to see. But still, no. Nah, it wouldn't have been worth it. It wouldn't have been. And then the fact that, like, they all just calmed down. They just sat back down and they just ordered more. Like, I would have felt like, okay, where's the hidden cameras? I'm being punked. I'm being something. Because there's no way this is actually happening. There's no way. I'd be like, all right, I'm being pranked. Okay, where's the YouTuber at? Where's the streamer? Where whatever it is, where they at? Because, yeah, this is, nah, what the fuck is this? Like, goodness gracious, man. Maybe not the craziest, but the funniest. A group of college-age people were out partying in Adams Morgan, a famous drinking neighborhood in D.C. A guy takes a step out of the group in a hurry, clearly trying to put some distance between himself and another member. A girl steps out behind him and, very sloppily drunk with tears streaming down her face, yells, "I can't believe you would say that to me during my birthday month." Huh? Did she know the guy? I mean, like, context. Do they know each other? Is this just some random chick that just came up to dude and was just like, "I can't believe you said that to me on my birthday month. Bitch, who are you?" You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, what is the context of this? Yeah, I mean, did he leave the context up to interpretation? Is that kind of what he was going for? Or was it a thing where we're supposed to understand the context? Okay. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. The lady that started throwing her own feces at Tim Hortons employee. What, bruh? What?
What did he say?
She was throwing what? So you're telling me she doo-dooed in her pants, stuck her hand in her pants, grabbed it, and started throwing it at people? Like, that must have been a sight to behold. Imagine it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have that anymore. We're not doing that deal anymore or whatever. And she's just like, what? Oh, you always do it. Every time I'm here, you guys do it. I'm sorry, we can't do it, ma'am. It's just not, okay, whatever. And she's just, and you're just like, the fuck is she doing? And then she sticks her hand down her pants, and she just has doo-doo in her hands, and she's just throwing it at the cashier and into the back. Like, imagine seeing that. Because I guarantee you she had to push. I guarantee she had to push doo-doo out into her pants. Then she had to stick her hand in there and grab the doo-doo and throw it. Oh my God, bro. Oh shit. I miss doing this show. God, I missed it. I hated that I could not film for you guys last week, man. Because fucking A, this show never ceases to amaze me, man. The shit that people do. And it's like, these are just ordinary, hard-working people, and they're just like, look, man, I can't do these certain things. This is not available, and these people go to the extreme. My goodness, let me know what you think about all that in the comments. That is just ridiculous. I mean, we're gonna continue the thread more, but fucking A, man, Jesus. All right, I saw a man screaming and swearing at a pharmacist in Walgreens. Apparently, he called and asked how much of an over-the-counter medicine they had, and the pharmacist said 2. Turns out that there were actually 3, and so he went off on the poor pharmacist for 15 minutes straight. He apparently needed all 3, but brought he brought enough money for 2. He needed 3, but he brought enough money for 2 because that bitch lied to me on the phone. It was to the point where I almost called the cops on him. Oh, okay. I mean, he probably threatening to get hella violent. He was like, I'm gonna beat that bitch's ass. Like, like what the fuck? Okay. All right, brother. All right, next to our ambulances station, there was a paved concrete trail that runs through the middle of our smallish city. It's meant for people jogging or just out for a walk, but of course, that's not always the case. So one morning, an officer calls out for a possible homeless man having a good old freakout session on the trail. Only when we arrive, it's not the usual behavioral health emergency we deal with on a daily basis. The man, a Caucasian male that appears to be in his early 30s, is naked and on all fours. He's smashing his face repeatedly as hard as he can into the hard concrete. My God, them drugs must have been good. Jesus Christ, for you not to feel that, bruh. God damn. We can't even get a single response out of him. He just won't stop smashing his face into the ground. At this point, he must have been doing it for at least several minutes due to the amount of blood, and with his face looking like raw hamburger meat molded over a broken skull. My medic partner decides the only thing we can do is to chemically sedate him via needle to the outer thigh. In order to do this, me and now 2 officers on scene have to hold him down using all 4 of his extremities and hope he can use what's left of his head not to harm us. This was all done successfully, and the medication, I can't recall exactly what was admitted, was given. The patient was now sleepy time bear, and with us on the way to the ED. I think he meant ER. Later, blood was drawn, and a review, and an interview with the patient showed that our guy had smoked enough meth to take down the Luftwaffe. God damn, I knew he was on something strong, because there ain't no way you are smashing your head into something to where you're not feeling it. There's no fucking way. I'm like, bro, the drugs gotta be good. The drugs gotta be out of this world, just crazy sauce for you to be doing some shit like that, because my goodness. Whoo! Shite. I mean, you ER guys out there. Salute to you guys, because damn, the shit you guys deal with, man. And I guarantee you that's not probably the craziest thing he's seen. That's just probably the most recent thing he's fucking seen. Because, whew. All right. Let's see. Okay. That one's pretty long. All right. Tough financial spot as a young man, had to purchase a vehicle or be homeless as my car was my job and it got smashed into. Car loan was $420 a month for a Hyundai Elantra, decently equipped. At the last minute, they tried to raise it to $480. I faked a heart attack. I didn't go to Red Fox. I didn't go to Red Fox and grab my chest and raised an arm. I really faked a heart attack. I just got quiet, looked down, walked back and forth for a sec, kneeled down and asked for an ambulance. Started shaking the started shaking and allowed the salesman, to assist me to the couch. By this time, the whole showroom was circled around me as I just repeated the car price in a soft, weak tone. What the fuck? Ambulance came, took my shirt off, and EKG'd me right on the showroom floor. Said I was healthy as a horse, just a bit dehydrated. I ate the salesman's lunch. The price went back down to $420. I still got fucked over, so fuck them. Bro, what? No way. I mean, kudos to you for admitting that you did this, because goddamn, that's crazy. Like, some people, I've found out a lot of times on this show where they're just like, oh, someone I know, and it's like, stop the cap, that's you. You know what I mean? But he admitted, he was just like, it's what? Oh God. Oh, he got up and was crawling. Sat down and they EKG'd him. They're like, dude, you're fine. And he was just like, 420. Like, dude. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. He faked a heart attack. I mean, that's a first. If I'm being honest with you, that's a first. I've never seen anybody do that or even heard of anybody doing that until that. That's a first, dude. That's a big first. Jesus. Okay, we're gonna do like two more. I once witnessed a guy ransack his entire car looking for what I presumed to be missing money or drugs. I was across the street eating in my car when I heard this dude wailing, and I mean ultimate fear cries from across a usually busy street. I think I was the only one who saw it, but I still remember the total despair of the scene. It could have been a missing doctor's note when I think about it now, but I hope he found it. Huh. So I guess he was missing something and he was just tearing his car apart trying to find it, and we couldn't find it, and he was just trying to go Super Saiyan across the street and just like, all right. And man, that must have been really fucking important, I guess. All right, our last one. I worked in a movie theater in the early 2000s. I had a woman come into the lobby and demand a refund for a half-eaten bag of popcorn in a plain brown paper bag. What? What? How the fuck are you going to demand a refund over some half-eaten popcorn that you put into a brown? Like, you could have went to the store, you could have bought popcorn, you could have put it in a brown bag, and then took it to the movie theaters talking about, I want a refund. The fuck are we talking about here? When I told her no, she started stomping around my lobby, said my theater was a temple dedicated to Satan worship. Okay. Tipped over a Sunday and told me not to go anywhere because I was under arrest. Wow. What the fuck? So to my understanding, she went home, she went to the grocery store. She bought popcorn. She popped that bitch, put it in a paper bag, went to the theater, said, I would like a refund on this. And then sat there and was just like, oh, you're not going to give me a refund? All right, well, fuck you and this theater. This is a place of devil worship. Forget you. Hey, you know what? You don't go anywhere. You're under arrest. I'll be right back. Like what? Huh? Like, first of all, I can't go anywhere until my shift's over. So, so when you get back, I'll be here. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm under arrest, regardless, I'm here till my shift ends. And I would have told her that too. I'd have been like, okay, well, I'll be here till 5. So, oh my God. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Jesus. Dude I work with legit believes everyone wants him fired. When really we just want him to do his job. He's screamed at me multiple times in the office and has said me and my manager are conspiring to get him fired. It all came to a head when things got heated in a meeting between the three of us. He was sent to HR. I found out later that he ran away from the HR guy and into the VP's office, bursting through the door and diving onto the floor, then army crawling under the desk saying, "You gotta help me. They're after me. They want me gone." It took the VP an hour to coax him out from under the desk, and then he got sent home for the rest of the week to cool off. That was 5 months ago, and he still works with me. What the hell? Imagine you're just in your office. Some dude busts in, dives onto the floor, crawls under your desk, and he's just like, "You gotta help me, man. They're trying to get me." And you're just like, who's trying to get you? What is going on? Is this a real emergency? Like as the VP, I'd be kind of freaking out because I'm thinking, did somebody walk up in this bitch with a gun? Like, what's going on here? I'm thinking the worst. But dude's over here paranoid as hell. Like, oh my God, they're out to get me. They're going to get me. Oh my God. Like, bro, chill. They're just asking you to do your job. Okay. And that dude's still working there? I ain't gonna lie to you. I would be making fun of him. I'd make fun of a guy like that. Because there ain't no way you're gonna do some wacko shit like that, and then I'm gonna let you just get it. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna let you get away with that shit. Nah. You're gonna be made fun of for that. That's just fucking ridiculous. Okay? Utterly ridiculous, man. There's no way. Oh, God. But that's going to go ahead and conclude that thread for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread. Man, that thread was ridiculous. It was kind of funny, too. I ain't going to lie. Adults throwing tantrums like children in public is just something that doesn't get old, if I'm being honest with you. And you people who work in retail and you work in, on the phone jobs and all that kind of stuff, you guys know what we're talking about and what these people are dealing with, because it's absolutely ridiculous. The childish behavior people go to quote unquote try to get their way, and it's just like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You're fucking 40 years old. Yeah, you know, throwing a fit in a grocery store, throwing a fit in a fucking restaurant. Like, ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. All right. This is the Patreon episode, but since this is going to be the free Patreon episode, I do have to do announcements. So we're going to just breeze on through those, and then we'll get to the juicy scenarios immediately. Patreon.com/MyAssholePodcast. Every Friday. I know I missed a Friday, and I do apologize for you Patreon people out there. But this is the free Patreon episode, so if you guys love these kind of episodes and you want more of what we're doing every single week, get on the Patreon. It's $3 a month, and you get that exclusive episode every single Friday. If you want more of what we're doing and you don't have time for a full podcast, got you. Head on over to TikTok as well as our Instagram. Those will be linked down below in the link tree. Click on those, get in there, follow us over there, and check out all the clips we have over there of the best parts of every single episode. I'm now behind in clips because I wasn't able to do any last week, just because, due to health issues, whatever the case may be. So get over there, help out over there. If you're an audio listener, download the podcast, rate the podcast 5 stars. Helps a lot, and I appreciate that so much. If you want to help even more on the free 99 side, go ahead and head over to YouTube, youtube.com/MyAssholePodcast. Go over there, subscribe. If you don't watch on YouTube, subscribing does help a lot, and I appreciate that so much. And if you want to check out our dual little camera angle thing we got going on now, starting with this episode, go over there and check that out too. But without further ado, let's get into our scenarios that we got going on today. And boy, do we got some crazy ones. Our first one is, am I the asshole for feeling like my husband cheated? All right, let's see. My husband, 30 male, and I, 30 female, have been married for almost 4 years and together for 6. He has never given me any reason to distrust him or think he has cheated on me. He travels for work, and his best friend, he travels for work, and his best friend since high school, 30 male, travels with him, and they usually split the cost of a hotel room. His best friend just went through a nasty divorce and has been exploring his feelings for men and questioning his sexuality. Okay. All right. I can't really give too much to that, but my question is, that can happen? That can happen. I mean, all you guys out there, I don't know if I have people out there that are homosexual, I don't know, but I mean, maybe a friend or something. Can you realize that you're gay, like, well into your 30s? Maybe you can. I don't know. I personally don't know because I'm not in that situation. I'm just asking a question because I don't know. Let me know. Maybe you can. That's kind of odd. He and my husband have always joked around with each other and made sexual jokes. My husband told me that last time they stayed together, that one of them said they had an idea of how to tell his friend was really gay. They could jerk off while looking at each other and see if they get hard.
What did he say?
No. That's not the only way you can tell a dude is gay. Like they were just like, oh, the utmost litmus test is if we stare at each other and jerk off. If we get hard, gay. That's gotta be it. That's how it works. Not necessarily. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily. I don't think that's like exactly how that works, But okay. He said they jerked off for a few seconds, neither got hard, and then they stopped and laughed it off. They actually did it. Yeah, you guys are weird. Okay. I feel cheated on. My husband thinks I'm overreacting and that it was a stupid joke. He also says if the roles were reversed and it was me and one of my close friends, he wouldn't care. I can't get past it though. The fact that he and another person touched themselves sexually, even if there was no arousal or finishing, it just feels wrong to me. I have a lot of anxiety and tend to overthink situations figured I ask an objective audience if I'm overreacting. Yes, you are overreacting, and you are the asshole for feeling like your husband cheated because all he did was touch his dick for a couple seconds with his friend in front of him. I was thinking like his buddy got out of a divorce. He brought a girl back to the room, and then they were just like, yo, you want a threesome? And then, he might have got like touchy-feely with the girl or something. You know what I mean? Like he was just like, I shouldn't because I'm married, but I kind of want to because it'd be kind of fun or whatever. Like I thought it was something like, but this? Really? This? All he did was watch his friend touch his mushroom tip with his in his hand. Girl, what are you talking? Girl, man, you bored as fuck. Get out of here. Girl, you are bored. Stop. Don't go ruining a 4-year marriage? Yeah, don't go ruining a 4-year marriage over this. Stop. He didn't cheat on you. Girl, man, go bake some cookies or something. You know what I mean? Relax. Make some tea. Sit down with a nice movie or a book and relax. You're good. Or whatever your comfort food is. I didn't, cookies are my comfort food. So, that's why I said bake some cookies. I didn't mean that derogatory. But but I'm just saying, get you a comfort food. Have you some nice little warm tea and a show or a book and chill out. Your husband didn't cheat on you, girl. Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy talk. You out your mind, woman. All right, on to the next story. All right, am I the asshole? My wife won't remove a guy on Snapchat. Uh-oh. We all know Snapchat is the cheating app of the century right now. Let's go ahead and see what's up with this. All right, so a little backstory here. My wife used to be a manager at a major retail store. While there, her and her employees were close. One of them, they were a little too close. This guy was consistently crossing the boundaries with her on Snapchat. Oh yeah, try to get her to send nudes, telling her to come over to his place, etc. I'm really laid back and don't care who she's friends with, but I didn't tell her if there is guys that won't respect the boundaries with her, they need to go, which you should have. But at the same time, she should also have some motherfucking common sense to be like, he wouldn't like that. Like I get it. He's cool with her being friends. He's like, look, I'm not trying to control who you talk to and all that stuff. Nah, do your thing. I understand these guys are going to talk to you and so on and so forth. Be nice, do your thing. But she should also know that if it's getting to that, she kind of shuts that down and being like, oh, no, I'm good. Oh, please don't do that. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Like, she should have some common sense. Like, if she's entertaining this, then that's a... All right, but let's see. One day, she showed me that he made a private Snapchat story, and it was nothing but his penis. Oh, God. I told her that's funny and left it at that. See, that's where you went wrong. You should have told her, what the fuck is that? You need to get rid of this dude on Snapchat immediately. Not, oh, that's funny, oh my God. Because what you're telling her inadvertently is that this behavior is okay. You know what I mean? Like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, man. That night, for the first time in the 10 years we have been together, something came over me and I went through her phone. She had a conversation with him about his private Snap story. He asked if she liked what she's seen and her response was, I can't say, and left it at that. I let it go. Shortly after that, he was asking for pictures of her and she refused while we were at the lake. He proceeded to screenshot pics from her story. That's where I drew the line and said that's enough. They argued over Snapchat and he blocked her. She finally told me when her and I were going through a rough patch, he was there for her. Oh, come on.
Stop the cap.
He was trying to smash, bro. He wasn't there for you. He saw that as his opportunity. That's what it was. He was like, oh, now's my cue to come from nowhere and get the coochie. Come on, man. That man was just like, about time. Come on, man. Let's see. Going through a rough patch for her and made her feel special, but could never tell me what they talked about because it wasn't important. We argued at this point if someone added us on Snapchat of the opposite sex, we would inform each other. It went well for a while until one night I noticed one of her female coworkers was snapping her. She had just told me that the coworker does not have Snapchat. I got drunk and went through her phone and discovered it was him again. Oh no. I changed his name and blocked him. Next day, that profile was back, hitting her up on Snapchat. I was never informed that he added her back after he blocked her, so at this point, I was mad. A few weeks later, I brought it all up with her, and she told me she accepted his friend request to see what he had to say.
Stop the cap.
She denied any cheating, but couldn't tell me what they would talk about or any snaps exchanged. Come on, man. Yeah, you got to get rid of this girl. This girl's done, bro. This girl's done. He was the only one on her Snapchat. What? Why does she... So that actually means that she has Snapchat just to talk to him. If she has no one else on Snapchat, that's exactly what that means. That means that she has Snapchat just for this dude. That's crazy. Oh. He was the only one on her Snapchat that the messages was sent to delete immediately, and he was the top best friend above me and her and I. Above me and her and I snap constantly. Okay. Oh, so he is on there. All right. But I mean, it's like to only have a very few amount of people and he's one of them. That's kind of a red flag. All right. To this day, she still can't tell me what they discussed or snapped and just apologizes for it, but has been putting more effort into hiding him than fixing our relationship. I'm not sure how to handle this. Bro, you need to get rid of her. She's done. She's done, bro. Her contract is over. Null and void. Out of here. Why you're still dealing with this girl, I don't know. She's already done the most. Like, don't get me wrong. When you first found the dude and you're just kind of like, you played it cool. And that's fine. You know, you're like, look, I'm not trying to be controlling. I'm not trying to tell you who you can and can't be friends with and all that. Nah, I ain't going to be that dude. Do you think? But the moment I saw that penis video, I'd have been like, you're done with him. And if she was just like, okay, you know, I'll block him, whatever. And the moment I see him back on her phone, I'm like, we're done. We're done. Because this right here is already breaking my trust. I put trust in you that this dude, you know, was just a friend. He's just a coworker. It is what it is. You guys talk occasionally and that's that. I was cool with that. But this right here, crossing the line. Now, you blocked him and you got rid of him on Snapchat. Thank you. That shows me that you know, value my trust and my feelings on this. And then you go and re-add dude. Trust gone. Instantly. How can I trust you? You see what I mean? Nah, man. Nah, she's done. She's done. You cut her off. She's done. Excommunicated. She can't get into the secret hideout anymore. She's done. Her pass is revoked. It's over, man. And you got to get up out of that relationship. And how long were you guys together? Oh, they didn't say. Okay. I wish you told me how long you guys been together, because that would have kind of gave us an idea of like why you're putting up with all this bullshit, because I get it. You know, if you guys been together for 5-6 years or whatever, you know, you kind of look at it like, oh, you know, I put so much into this relationship and blah, blah, blah. You guys might live together. You guys might have some financial things tied to each other. So it does make sense. That's kind of why you're letting a lot of this bullshit slide. But low key, man, if you guys have been together for maybe a couple of years, you don't really live together, or you do live together, but you're easily able to kind of separate, I would dump her. She's done. She's just done. All right. On to the next one. Am I overreacting? Found my wife's secret IG account. Oh, man. I feel so defeated. My wife, 31, and I, 28, have been together for 11 years, married for 5, and I just found out she is pretty much living a double life. We have been a little disconnected the last couple of months, and I couldn't figure out why. Last night, she was in the shower and curiously got to... and it curiously got to me, and I went onto her phone and snooped around. I know I shouldn't have, but I had the feeling something was going to be on there. Long story short, she has 3 different accounts. Her personal one that she reposts drama stuff on there, it's a tea page, and one I've never seen before with a fake name attached to it. Damn, okay. I opened that one up, and lo and behold, there's pictures posted of her that I've never seen before. All taken in the mirror in our room wearing the lingerie I bought her. Oh, damn. The account is private, and she somehow has like 1,200 followers. You know, they see in the pictures probably somewhere else. Each pic has like over 80 likes. There were 35 posts going back to 4 months ago. The fact the account is private and she has that many followers has me thinking she must be cross-posting on another platform or something. Facts. Because I'm like, they're seeing those pictures somehow. You don't just be like, oh, she's cute, I'm going to send her a request, and then she's actually going to, you know, because she's not going to actually accept 1,200 people's requests. Like, they gotta come from somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even think the account is actually private. I think there's certain times of day where it is an open account, but I think when she's home with you, she puts it on private. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I'm like, oh no, we'll see though. She must be cross-posting on another platform or something. I don't even have an IG for myself anymore, but I do know how it works. I was scared to open up the DMs, but I had to, and to no surprise, there were a shitload of guys giving her compliments and sending her dick pics, and I can see she actually sent them pics back, but they had disappeared already. I felt my heart start to pound when I started reading these messages. I couldn't take it anymore, so I just put her phone back down and turned away from her side of the bed and acted like I was sleeping. I didn't want my emotions to get the best of me when I brought it up to her, so I tried to sleep on it. And he barely slept. It's the next day now, and I'm really questioning myself and her. Does she have an OnlyFans or something? I mean, low-key, she doesn't really have to do OnlyFans. I mean, she could just post that shit on Twitter, you know, or X, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that site is damn near wild too. But I don't know, man. Is she actually meeting up with these guys behind my back, or am I just blowing this all out of proportion? I feel like it's cheating, but I have a history of overreacting, so I don't even know what to think at this point. We had so much planned for our future, and we just moved across the country together so she can pursue schooling and a new career. So I'm feeling pretty alone in this right now. Going to bring this up to her at some point today, but I am unsure how things will be after. I still want to be with her. I love her, but I am pretty hurt right now and not sure how to be able to move forward. Damn, son. Like, she voluntarily was just like...
She belongs to the streets.
She was like, I want to belong to the streets. That's you know what I mean? But she's like, at the same time, I want to be, you know, like married. It's so weird because like the way he says it, it's a double life kind of thing, which makes sense because she's using the fake name and all that kind of stuff. But that still can be dangerous. Say you guys are out and you're doing stuff, and some guy who follows that other account is just like, oh my god. I don't know. Let's say her fake name's like Shelby or something. And she's just like, he's like, yo, oh my god, I follow you. We were talking in the DMs. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like that shit could get weird. And she's just like, no, we're not talking. You know what I mean? The homeboy gets like violent or something. I don't know. Or she's out by herself and that happens. That type of shit can happen, and it's kind of scary. But at the same time, it's like, I wonder why she's doing this. Maybe she's doing it just for the attention and she's not really like meeting up these guys. Maybe she's doing it because these guys are sending her money and she kind of sees it as like a little bit of a lucrative thing. I don't know. It is a little like daunting though, because it's like, girl, what are you doing? You playing with fire out here, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, I don't know. My thing, if I were to give him advice, all I would say is you bring it up to her, and you bring it up to her with all of the evidence, with the IG account, the DMs, with everything, and you be like, explain. What the fuck is this, man? You guys been together for 11 years and married for what, 5, I think it was? Married for 5. You guys been together for 11 years and married for 5. So it's like, explain. You got some explaining to do, because, and I get it. They were probably high school sweetheart because they're only 30. Like, she's 31 and he's 28. So they've been together for a hot minute. Like, I want to say he was 18 and she was probably 21. So they've been together pretty much their whole young, adult lives. So it's weird to say it, but I guess she kind of feels like, oh, I've been in a relationship the whole time. I never got to like live my life. And so maybe that's why she feels like, oh, if I do it under a pseudonym, it's not really cheating. And it's like an alter ego of myself. And I guess that's how she could sit there. But I mean, to the guy, it's like, dude, you're showing your body. You're, giving these guys intimate conversations and stuff that's meant for me. You're giving it to them. Like, that fucking sucks. Like, what if I was doing that? What if I was texting other bitches and, telling them they're beautiful and all this kind of stuff and sending my dick to their DM and you know what I mean? Like, you'd feel some type of way. You'd be pissed off. So the fact that it's like, you're doing this, I get it, man. I'd present all of it to her and be like, explain. That would just be my thing. That would just be my thing. All right. Is this cheating? My friend and my girlfriend hooked up. Oh, shit. All right, let's see. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years. We are not swingers, but we were at a party and spent the night and shared the room, 2 beds, with my friend and his girlfriend. We were all drunk and, long story short, decided to swap partners. You guys tentatively agreed to swap partners? Time goes by. My girlfriend is giving my friend head. Oh, damn. All right. Whew. All right, man. That already ain't your girl, bro. Damn. And his girlfriend is giving me head. I got too nervous, which made it so I couldn't get hard. I kept getting in my head and tried to focus, but I just couldn't. After some time, my girlfriend and my friend were having sex in his bed. The girl I was with told me it was okay to be nervous and I guess felt awkward. So asked if it was okay if she just fooled around with the other 2. So my friend ended up having a threesome with both girls. I can't help but feel some type of way about it because my girlfriend didn't even ask if it was okay or if I was okay until after it was over and came back into bed with me. It's not like it was quick. I kept looking at my phone time and lasted about an hour. God damn. He was smashing on both girls for an hour? And I don't know if I feel mad at my friend or my girlfriend, or if I'm just really jealous because I wanted it to be him in that moment. Should I be mad at them? So they're all drunk, and long story short, they decided to switch partners. Look, man, the fact that you sat there and you decided to switch partners, I think that's where you fucked up and you shot yourself in the foot. You know, it is what it is. Like you, and then the fact that she was just so willing to fuck on your friend like that, I that ain't your girl, bro. That ain't your girl at all.
She belongs to the streets.
Nah, and then even like his girl, like, nah, man. I don't really think any of you guys are actually dating each other. If I'm being honest with you, I think you guys are just all friends with benefits. If I'm being honest, because there's no way, man. There's no way. And then for me, if I was you, I'd have been like, cool, you're not my girlfriend anymore. Like, because there's no way you're about to suck on another man's penis, get smashed out by him, and then crawl back into the bed next to me. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You know, I wouldn't have even slept there. I would have left. I would have, like, come on, man. But the fact that you agreed to this shit, that was where you first went wrong, and it's stupid. And can you really consider it cheating? You consented to it. You said, sure, let's switch partners. You know what I mean? So it's like, you condone the cheating if it is cheating. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dude, that sucks, man. Yeah, if I was, like I said, if it was me, I'd have just left. I'd have been like, what? You're down for this? Cool. All right, well, you do your thing, and I'm just going to go. You know what I mean? No, fuck all that shit. And I get it. He looked at it like, oh, I wanted to be him, but it's just like, dude, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have done it in the same room. That's kind of weird, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. I'd have been facing away from them. You know, maybe that's what got him soft. I have no fucking clue. Either that or he was just so in his head because his girl is like literally with another dude right there. So maybe that's what it was. I have no clue, but all I do know is that you fucked up, bro. You fucked up big time. You fucked up big time. So, yeah, man. She done. All right. This is going to be our last scenario for today. I caught my wife FaceTiming with a guy from her past, and now we're fighting. Damn. Okay. I had a poker night with the guys, and my wife was texting me. She asked me to pick up some beer from the gas station on the way home, but I just grabbed her a beer from my buddy's house when I was leaving. She already drank 3, but it's the weekend, whatever. I figured she's just trying to unwind. Work has been very stressful for her lately, and we have a toddler, so things can get a bit chaotic. When I got home, she was talking to her brother on speakerphone, so I said hey, gave her the 1 beer, and went into the kitchen for some water. I noticed she dipped into my whiskey, drank nearly a quarter of the 750 milliliter. Okay, she's a little more drunk than I thought. I went to my office and played some games before deciding to go to bed. I went outside and told her I was going to bed and she should come soon because it's already 1:45 in the morning and our kid wakes up around 5:30 to 6 a.m. She's still talking to her brother at this point and said, okay, she'll be there in a little bit. I went into the room to sleep and woke up at 3:30 in the morning to my daughter crying and asking where was mom, or where mom was. So I said, hold on, I'll get her. Walked out, noticed she wasn't in the backyard anymore. I thought she passed out on the couch or something, so I went to go look, and she wasn't there. So I heard her talking from my office, so I walked over there and asked her what the heck is she still doing up, and she said she was talking to this guy from her past. Let's call him Brian. Little backstory, they used to be good friends back in the day, and she would hang out with him all the time. He caught feelings for her, and they eventually slept together. She said it was a pity thing, but I didn't believe her. The guy was in love with her. He was honestly a very bad influence. This was all many years ago. To give an idea, it was before we got together, and we've been together for 10 years, dated for 6, and married for 4. He wrecked her car, lied to her and everyone about being in the Marines, and that's not even the crazy part. He called her odd job and started telling people that she killed herself and was trying to collect money for her funeral. What the fuck? That last part was when we were together, not a stable person at all. She blocked him, or so I thought, and the next thing I knew, she was FaceTiming with him out of the blue. She immediately knew I was upset. I hung up the call because I feel it's inappropriate for a married woman to be reaching out to a man from her past at 3 a.m. We're fighting right now. Oh, and she drank the rest of my whiskey too. In the hour and a half I was asleep. I got up with our child at 6:30 and fed and changed them. And when we played and watched Paw Patrol and colored, she didn't get out of bed until 10:30. She said she didn't say anything bad and I shouldn't be worried because he's 300 pounds. But even if that's true, that's not the point. I still feel the way I feel, and I feel she broke my trust. Is there any way in hell I'm overreacting or the asshole here? Because I sure as heck don't think so. I'd like some advice. My biggest thing is, if the shoe was on the other foot, she'd be just as mad as you. Let's be honest here. You know, I get it. Homeboy was toxic and he's bad and he's this and that and so on and so forth. But if I'm being honest with you, let's just put the shoe on the other foot. If it was him in the office talking to another girl that he used to fuck with in the past, and she was toxic and this and that, you'd feel some type of way too. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why are you talking to her? Well, you know, why'd you hit her up all of a sudden? Are you guys planning to do something? And da-da-da. Like, you'd be mad. You'd be going off 100%. So it's like, you can't get mad at homeboy for being upset at that. You should have just been like, look, I'm sorry. I had a conversation with him. We were talking. I didn't think you'd feel that way about it. But since you do, like, what's so wrong? Like, my thing is, why does she get so defensive about it and sitting there dying on this hill of like, I didn't do anything wrong, when it's just like, this is your husband, your man, your partner, father of your child. Why don't you just be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't think you were going to feel that way. You know, let it be that. You know what I mean? If you are actually not planning to do anything with this dude, if you're actually feeling the way you said you were feeling, then yeah, that's how you would have approached it, I would think, and I would hope so. Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm off basis. I don't know. You let me know in the comments what you think about that one, because like I said, my thing is, she should have just been like, you know what? If that's the way you feel about it, sorry, I apologize. I was just having a conversation with him. I thought it was an innocent conversation. You don't see it that way. You know, like, work with your partner. You know what I mean? Like, you would think it'd be that simple, but I guess it's not. So, I don't know. You let me know what you think about that one in the comments. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I appreciate you all. This is the free April Patreon episode. Thank you guys so much for all of the support that you guys have been giving in every single episode. The Haunting Adeline episodes are getting really good. You guys are enjoying the playlist, and I appreciate that. I have been seeing the playlist numbers go up. You guys are enjoying checking out what crazy ass Adeline and Zayd have been up to. My goodness, that book is getting crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been the free Patreon episode. Again, if you want an exclusive episode every single Friday, episodes like these, head on over to Patreon, man. If you're enjoying the Tuesday, Thursday, as well as Sunday episodes, why not add another one on there? Support us on Patreon. I have all the links down there to the in the description. Whether you're on Spotify or you're on YouTube, they'll be in the description. And that'll be it for you, boy. I'll see you guys later, and peace.